Hello.
Live.
Should be live.
Live.
How's it going, everybody?
What's up? All right, I
Oh,
like S right out the gate. Exclamation point SP. That's right.
if only Nightbot would put it in.
I almost feel guilty about all the subs I've accumulated over the last week. You were ahead of me you were actually quite a bit ahead of me, and then I essentially bought subs by sponsoring the giveaway for Dan's Fish.
That happens.
Which I recommend it. I mean, what was it? $100 gift card and about 50 subs, so $2 a sub. It's a good rate.
That works out.
And then I lost a few because I guess they were like, yeah.
So just
Legal
a heads
subs.
up, S. Nightbot doesn't actually show up until the stream's live. Just
Oh,
throwing that out there. It also doesn't work on private or unlisted streams. So if you're live and you're wondering why it's not working, it's because your stream is set to private or unlisted.
what's up, Fish Kid? What's up, a Fish Shell, and everyone else? We should probably go down the list, but that's your job.
Sure. I know it's my job, right? Let's see. I'm just gonna pull up the participant. I'm just gonna go off the damn thing. So S, Fish Kid, 61, Mystery Snail Guardian, If Shell, Jenny P. Jenna's your wife, right?
Yep.
Hello, thank you for being here. Ricky, Skull, Daniel. Hello. Thank you, everybody. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Boy, hi. See you there.
Yeah, Michael A has entered the chat.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah, how many people we got in here? Considering we got
12?
Steam Bob. Okay.
12.
Cool. I appreciate all 12 of you people.
Welcome in. Hello. Jenny Lynn, hello. It was great to meet you this
Hey.
weekend.
Yeah.
Steven, how was your weekend? What did you do this weekend?
What did I do this weekend other than just like cry and avoid the Discord and all and the Clash channel because like
I mean, we
I'm
really
watching
didn't
the
use
stuff
it too
now.
much.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
I'm watching the videos. Like I watched what Rico posted. He posted a couple of them today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I did another giveaway on Saturday, and
Nice.
Michael A was there. And when I wrote Michael A on the wheel, the robot thing was like Michaela.
Alrighty then. Hey, J. Oliver Guppies. How's it hanging? Who's that being yelled at?
Just got a case of the Mondays now.
Yeah, I was home today. I felt like crap. I woke up with a headache and sore throat, but it went away when I took my allergy meds. So that's why I know it's not the virus that we cannot talk about.
Yeah. So what was the mask situation like at the Clash?
There were more people masked at the Clash than there were at Chicago Aquashella, which surprised the crap out of me, given that we were in Pennsylvania.
What's the over/under on the mask percentage in Dallas? 10?
Oh, Fishy Kid, we probably shouldn't do that. But thank you. But just in the future, we don't do that.
What did Fishy Kid say?
Mentioned in Steam Foss that people should come over.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
It's a nice thing to do, but that's how you get people upset.
It's bad enough that we're streaming on top of him, to start like trying to poach his listeners.
Yeah, I'll probably get a message from somebody about that.
Well,
but it's okay. You tried to help.
Yeah.
But yeah, just for future reference.
Preach, but yeah, we're just like covertly doing a disrespectful stream. And I've basically stolen Steenfat's whole like green screen setup.
I mean, I don't think they invented it, but you are doing a whole tank.
That's true. Actually, with when he streams, it's more like.
Yeah, but I don't think he wasn't doing that tonight when I was checking it out in there. So.
Well, he moved.
Hey,
right?
I believe so. That's what happened with the time change. So yeah, originally he had changed his time to be 7 to 9 Eastern, and then he moved, and now he's back to 8 to 10 because something about darkness and lighting. So,
Yep, the sun definitely goes away like clockwork, man. Just gotta hope it comes back.
But yeah, I just don't want you to get in trouble because a lot of the times mods will time people out for that. So, just so you know. Hey, John McKenzie.
And even accidentally hide.
Clash was fun. I kind of wish I went to an event like the Clash before I went to an Aquashella.
So the Clash was like more of an underwhelming thing compared to Aquashella.
I mostly just went to the Clash to meet the fish people that were going
to. Yeah, that would be the sole reason.
That was the main reason I was going, and just to see what they had. I didn't know what going. Because everyone kept talking it up like it was this big thing, and the way it was set up this year, it was kind of like weird because it was piecemealed together in the hotel. So you had that front lobby. If you saw Rico's video, that was the unsecured area. So you had like 3 or 4 vendors there, but along the edge, the far edge by the bar, like that rail. And then in the back right, you had the fish showroom where all like the...
So unsecured meaning you don't need a ticket for that part of it or something?
Unsecured meaning it doesn't get locked at night. So your vendor stuff is just on a table.
Oh.
Then they had the secured vendor room, which was like a small ballroom, might have been 30 by 20. And that one they could lock at night. But that was in a room across the hall from the fish showroom. So you had the vendor room here, the fish showroom here, and then diagonal to the fish showroom and next to the vendors was where the speakers and auction were held. So it was just 4 different areas. It was just felt discombobulated. And then the hospitality room was completely away from the event. But it wasn't their fault. It was the way the hotel had booked things, and they had 2 weddings going on, so we couldn't have the whole main ballroom. It was still nice.
And a gun show, I hear.
Yeah, and there was a gun show in the big part of it.
Oh, okay.
So it was just you had our 3 rooms, and then the gun show was in like the big expo room.
So I take it that Aquashella is kind of like the big expo room type of thing, like a giant one room.
Aquashella is like a Comic-Con kind of thing where it's gigantic, giant hall filled with all vendors and stuff. Whereas this was local clubs get together and put on a big show.
Yeah.
So definitely more laid back.
We had Jess come in here and Steph. I don't know if we said hi to them.
Oh, you wonderful people.
And
Color
Daniel.
Guppies. Hey, how's
John,
it going?
Color Guppies. Yeah, Jess, I think earlier last week or something, you said to call you, and I totally forgot. And because really I just was wanting to figure out the whole Aquashella situation because someone in chat was like, I need to get my VIP ticket before they sell out. And so then that had me thinking like, oh crap, do I need to buy one now? And then, like possibly still get a YouTuber pass or what?
Yeah.
Like,
so that's what I did. I don't think they sell out. They might like turn it off at a certain point, but I don't think they sell out of them. Also, hello, Color Guppies and Freaky Fish Lady. Hello. And Liquid Zoo. Howdy. But yeah, the whole awkward not knowing if you're gonna get the YouTube pass until you get there is kind of a bummer. But I just bought the pass so I could get the shirt anyway. So
okay, yeah, Jess, what hour is too late to call you? I mean, and seems like you're usually up until about 2 a.m, or later. Yeah, so I don't forget if I can call you tonight.
Liquid Zoo said the thing I was worried about.
See what? Oh, bye, fish tank.
It just faded to black. I thought something else was popping up.
No, it just doesn't. It doesn't loop by default.
Oh,
so let's make that loop.
Hey, Susan. Yeah, I think I saw you before. I just forgot.
Susan, yeah.
But yeah, so the Clash was definitely more laid back and more like. I mean, Aquashella was community based too, but there was like all the vendors were disconjointed from the people, whereas these vendors felt like they were more hobbyists than like big corporations and companies coming to display their new stuff.
Uh-huh.
So,
Hey, Darlene.
I had a conversation with the killie guy, and I knew nothing about killifish, but I was standing there just talking to him about fish, and it was kind of cool just to be able to talk fish. I'm sure I could have done that with the Aquashella people, but Aquashella was a lot more busy than this was. And I really don't think it's fair to compare this to Aquashella, given that they're.
I mean, yeah, it does seem
scales.
like two separate events. Like not being at the Keystone Clash, it almost seems like it was kind of set up like your local or regional fish club is having a fish swap type of thing.
And I've never been to one, but that is what I felt like. Because when my dad was talking to my dad, I'm like, picture our archery club putting on a 3D shoot where you're putting on an event and the public can come to it. Versus, Aquashella, which is like an expo.
Yeah.
It's still fun. I just wish that the hotel, accommodated them slightly better and it was set up a little better. But again, that's not no fault of theirs. So,
Susan, the Witch Facebook group, the Fish Tubers notification, I was told that eventually, like, they post something about YouTubers on the Fish Tuber notification page. So I was kind of waiting on that. And I wasn't that worried about it until someone said, I need to get my VIP ticket because I am hoping that I'll get a YouTuber pass. Like, it shouldn't be such a big deal. But
something tells me you'll get one.
I just don't want to be like without either,
They were selling tickets at the door for Aquashella for both passes. So I don't think they quote unquote sell out.
Okay.
They might have a cap of people, but I don't think I don't know. Dallas could be bigger. What do I know?
Okay, Jess, I will not do anything until I talk to you. And that's exactly what I've been doing is nothing until I talk to you. I haven't even bought a shirt, nothing. See, now I feel bad. Matt got himself hidden, and I don't know, Fish Kid or might have gotten himself scolded. So, yeah.
I mean, I know some of his mods, so I could always talk to them. But yeah, Fish Kid, just in the future, we don't promote other streams and other streams usually.
Yeah, especially if that other
when it's
stream is happening.
When it's like 10 times bigger than actually it's probably 100. I can't even do the math right now, but massively larger than this channel. It'd be one thing if he brought it up, but for someone to bring it up in chat is not good.
Matt, did you get hidden or I thought you?
I think Matt was referring to Fish Kid getting hidden.
Oh, okay. I was okay. Was gonna
hi,
make.
Lisa. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Lisa.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Lisa. Aquashella 2021 group with Kashia. Okay, I'm gonna copy that message right there and paste that. But I'm gonna call you, Jess. All right. All I'm doing is copying and pasting information. I will make no decisions until I talk to you, or because I don't know anything about this. I'm like barely a YouTuber.
So, have you done killifish before?
No, I have not. Well, okay, I have killifish, but I don't like them or care about them. Just kind of like waiting on them to die. Because so when I was setting up my son's tank, he was 5 or 6 at the time, and we were just looking for community fish. And they in our LFS used to have this tank that was just full of lamp-eye killifish. Not the Norman's lamp-eye, but like just the regular old. I think they're like kingi or something. Kingi.
Okay.
But they're small and they have some blue on their heads or eye and they glow. But they don't really glow unless they're swimming mid-column. And like the entire time that we've owned them, all they want to do is hang out at the top. And it's not like an oxygen issue. Everything else is, and they just don't look all that great. And they lost like maybe half of them. We've had them for 2 years. I don't even know how long they live. Probably not much longer.
About 2 years is what the average seems to be.
Because we had 8, we're down to 4.
Okay, that's like me with the Illuminatus, the Pseudomoguls. I got them hoping they would breed, and they haven't bred at all. And now I'm just kind of waiting for them all to disappear, so that I can use the tank for other stuff.
Yeah, I have a like that one adult Luminatus that survived CO2 apocalypse is still going. He's I guess over a year and a half. Will
Okay.
almost be
Still pushing
like
it.
basically, yeah, like he's reached that point where they're supposed to die. So it'd be interesting to see how long he lasts. Because I am kind of concerned about that. When I got pseudomagills, I wasn't aware that their lifespan was so different
I
from
wasn't
regular
either.
rainbows. Like regular rainbows, you can keep them a decade, but
Hmm.
yeah. So now I'm actually thinking about trying to breed them just so I can keep the one of the lines going. Probably the Gertrude.
All right. Hey, Vanosky Tanks, welcome in.
Banoski, what's up?
Also, I hate to do it, people. I'm just gonna order you food from John and Lisa and have it sent there since the USPS is being a little jerk right now still. So that's how you'll get your fish food because I still can't ship it for whatever reason. They don't like your state.
Oof.
They came back again, and I'm like, this is 3 times. I'm done.
What did
I'm
it?
just gonna.
It's coming back and telling you what? Like no
It's
such address?
it's coming back saying that due to heightened security concerns, it can only be shipped via ground. It can't be flown. And I'm thinking, well, then just throw it on a truck and ship it with a truck. Why are you trying to mail it in the air?
Yeah.
So it's going to Kansas, or is it Kansas, right? Big deal. Just put it on a truck.
Is it a
How can we
box
not
or an
It's a
envelope? Or...
bubble mailer, which is how I mailed the other
Yeah.
one, and that got there just fine.
Well, yep.
So I don't understand. But yeah, so I picked up 2 strains of killifish because I was just standing there and I'm looking at them like, these are nice pictures. And then I turned to the generator and I'm like, these are killifish, right? After I bought a pair of them, I'm like, these are killifish, aren't they? He's like, yeah.
What would they be if not killifish?
I don't know. I thought they may. Well, he also had rainbows on his table.
Oh.
So I was thinking maybe they could be like a pseudomogil kind of thing.
Yeah, I can spot a pseudomagil, but like unless it's like one of those like Gardner eye, clown killie, like the super colorful ones, then I don't really know much about killies.
So what did you just say? Which did you say? Garden eye?
Gardnery? I don't know.
What's one of the ones I got?
Of course, everybody likes that one. And what about clown killie?
The other one I got was the stratum. Stratum. STRIATUM. Stradium.
I bet Jess knows.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna. So I didn't take any of the footage or anything off my GoPro yet. So I'm gonna just Google
Stradium.
One of them.
Killie. Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks like a killifish.
So I got 2 pairs of this guy and girl. And then I got 2 pairs of this one and the one I have, he's got like his dorsal or his ventral fins down here are much more yellow with more red than this one. So they look really good. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get them. And I've already seen some get thrown on some of the moss. So I'm like, this is great.
Oh, did you have a short today that I didn't watch?
I did. Why?
Oh, Jenna P said I should have watched it. I have not consumed much fish tube today, actually.
It was just
Lisa, Lisa's going to be in Texas?
I think they said they were still going, yeah.
Okay, well, so I thought it was like going to be just John, and then someone in another chat was like, no, Lisa's going and not John. And I'm like,
I think
well, that's
that was
weird.
the class. I was the class.
Okay.
They were talking about the class.
Yeah.
That's exactly the class.
Oh, man, meeting both of y'all. That would be awesome.
Oh, GVP said, does Lefty feed his fish better? They're so much bigger than Steven's. It might just be that some of mine were taken in port, so I made them wider to fit the screen so there weren't black bars.
Well, your fish might be bigger, but they are way more pixelated than mine. I put this on a loop. What the hell? Oh, you know what? You know what this is? This is the YouTube video I posted, so it fades out. Oh, okay. Well.
Hey, Jen, how's it going? What do you think?
Oh, she got her plane ticket. Can't get a refund on that. That's like I booked
agree.
the hotel for Aquashella, and that hotel, it means business. They're like, if you cancel now, you have to pay at least a night, and that's like $150 at
Yeah,
least.
that was the one. Try one night and it's a non-refundable deposit. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm still
Well,
thinking I'm not going to that.
yeah, lots of cool people are going.
I know, but I don't think so. I'm going to look into one other alternate form of transit other than planes. Along that, how much it would cost.
Like a train?
Yeah,
Never done the long haul
because I'm
trip
thinking
on a
I'd
train.
be on a train than I would on a plane, anxiety-wise. Because at least I'm on the ground, and in case to stop along if I needed a breather.
What's your
Whereas-
internet connection quality looking like right now? Because you're like a little bit choppy
I saw
and
that. Yeah, I saw.
it's just pixelated. Hopefully the audio can clear up. Patty's here. We can start the party.
Uh-oh, Patty's here. Yeah, I'm still at my normal stuff, so I don't know what's going on. It did this lag, too.
Geek Boy said, plan for the train to be a day late.
And I'm not on Wi-Fi. I'm on Wi-Fi. It literally, if you're on Wi-Fi, try your router, and I'm like, I'm plugged into my router. I'm also 2 feet from my router, so.
Do you have Wi-Fi turned off?
My computer Wi-Fi card in it.
Oh, okay. Well,
I never put stop.
Is something uploading? Yeah. Are you like uploading a big video right now in 4K?
Oh, the only thing, yeah, close Discord. Everything else open that would be taking up anything. I'm just gonna do a quick task. Or, well, I'll be right back. I'm gonna close Chrome and open 50% memory right now. For some reason Chrome's been weird lately. I'll be right back.
Cool. So I will entertain the troops. Oh, come on, Stephen P. Why do you got to call him out on his 90s GIF quality? Okay, let's talk about this. Is it GIF or GIF? That's a trick question. It is a GIF, and I don't even care about what the inventor of the GIF calls it. That just means he can't pronounce words. It's a GIF. End of discussion. All right, next topic. I'm so excited about for tomorrow. Sorry, but I am. What is tomorrow? Is that your birthday tomorrow, Fish Shell? Turn in the big 1-1 or 1-2 or something? Let's see. Lisa Cage, will you be doing a video on your bettas? And I was wondering if I flew to America, could I buy some bettas and take them back to New Zealand using an import certificate? Oh, I think Lisa's done quite a few videos on bettas. And yeah, I'm sure Lisa will just let you drop on by her house, and just pick up. No, I don't think that's how that works. And I'm answering for her, but yeah, it's kind of a pain to go to another country and take home fish from another country. When I was looking for bettas before KG started selling bettas, I was looking on eBay, and every time I would come across like this beautiful betta, it was in where was it, Thailand? And so you got to deal with the transshippers, and Lefty dealt with those before, and they just ship him some dead fish. And yeah, I'm not cool with that. I know that bettas are pretty hardy in the mail. I mean, I've seen them come in as imports to my LFS, and they're like in this like tiny bag. I can't believe it. Let's see if he's messaging me on Discord or anything. Make sure that's all good. Yeah, it's crazy how little those bags are for the bettas. Like, I guess because bettas can tolerate these horrific conditions and survive, they're like, well, let's not waste any space. Clean that keyboard, Patty. Your caps lock seems to be stuck. Dwarf rainbows, signifers, fricatas, celebes, or celebs, I don't know. Luminatus. Okay to do 2 to 3 of each and a 40 breeder or split them up. I mean, a 3-foot tank for Pseudomagills is perfect. They stay pretty small, and I don't mind mixing them, but the thing is, if you do any kind of breeding and they breed in that tank, you cannot sell them, or you definitely should not sell them, because if you do, you don't know if you're selling some kind of hybrid. Even if it looks exactly like one of the species, you cannot be 100% sure. And if you sell that fish along, then you're mixing genetics and you're not preserving the DNA and genetics of a fish that may very well go extinct in the extremely near future. So that's the thing with that. Yeah, no good betas in New Zealand. Oh. Lefty, you are still choppy as hell. Can you speak though?
It's going
Eesh.
everything. It's weird.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out. Did you try to do the whole like router unplug and replug thing, or modem
I would
replug?
be 20 minutes.
Did what?
You go on for like 20. Our router takes forever to restart.
Oh yeah.
Let me try one more. But
Okay. The hackers took the internet connection as well. Yeah, those pesky hackers with their keyboards. Type. I'm in. Hack the mainframe. Fish Kid, it is not an open panel. Well, who else we got coming up in here? We got Liz and Lori and Crystal. Don't know if we said hello to y'all, so hello. The best beta I've seen is a pure black plakat. Yeah. If you like that, I like betas for their colors. I like the pretty colors, but I also like a good, like, vibrant, solid color. That's why I really like the alien betas. This stream should be on your channel. I have my own stream, official, on Saturdays at 3 p.m. Eastern time, where we chat. I do some kind of game of some sort for points that don't matter and are worthless, and then I guess I've only streamed 3 times, but every time I've done a little giveaway. So I guess that's gonna become a thing. In fact, oh, you look a little bit better.
Well, I turned OBS off.
Oh,
Because it did this to me on Susie's stream yesterday, where OBS was lagging out the camera and everything. So I'm just going straight off my webcam, which is why you can see all the junk over here.
ooh, you're unorganized. In the video I posted recently, I took video of the dining room and I was like, I'm not even gonna clean it. It's just all the crap on the table. And you can see like how inefficiently organized my tanks are. Like I could totally get rid of that freaking dining room table and actually build a rack and put like at least 5 or 6 more tanks on there.
There. Looks a little better. So yeah, I might not be able to use OBS anymore, which okay.
Well, OBS makes my computer blue screen at random. It hasn't done it on this stream. I was on Ryan Natural Aquarium stream and it did it. It hasn't done it on my own stream yet. I'm waiting for that to happen. I gotta figure out what it is. Oh, there we go. End of video, and video starts again.
Yeah, now I'm not getting any warning at all. So something must have happened with the last OBS update.
Does it automatically update? Because I haven't updated mine.
I don't usually let it update, but I might have to now. I don't know.
503 Shanner nanner.
Up. You should have gone to the Clash. I know you probably don't live anywhere near Pennsylvania, but you still should have gone.
She lives clear on the other side of the country.
I
That would have been quite the flight, even worse than me going from Louisiana to Pennsylvania. Which if it's going to be like that next year, like all y'all are going, then I'm going to make plans to do it. It just the cost wise, and it was like a couple of months prior. I mean, I would have had to get the flight, get the rental cars, which for some reason right now are triple.
Yeah, because they don't have the stock.
Yeah.
Ricky's asked me what the bank told me about my card. So for those that didn't hear, I had some fraud charges on my card Saturday afternoon while I was in Pennsylvania. Somebody tried to buy a crap ton of PlayStation Network cards to the tune of like $700, and then a couple other charges, most of which got canceled, but a few made it through, which left me with $2 in my bank account.
Wow.
And a locked debit card and no other way to buy anything. So luckily, Visa caught the charges before my bank, mind you. Visa called me before my bank did.
That's how it works. Yeah.
Hey, were these your charges? And I was like, no, the last one I made was this restaurant. And she's like, oh, well, I'm going to flag these 30 charges as fraud. I'm like, great. Can you give me my money back? She's like, no, you have to go to the bank for that. I'm like, okay. Well, my bank was closed at 1:00 Saturday and didn't reopen until today.
Yeah.
So luckily, it's only like a 230-mile trip to the Clash for me, which I could do on a half a tank of gas, and I had just under a half. So Miss Metal was nice enough to foot me $50 for gas.
Man, and that sucks so much that like to go to that and tend to like buy a bunch of stuff and then be broke because stupid fraudsters.
Yeah.
I've had it happen to my credit cards before, but not my bank account. That I would panic.
Legit my debit card.
Yeah, I would panic. Like, yeah.
So it was like, well, it was, and then everyone was like, it's 11:30. Auction started at 11:00, and I waited a half an hour, and I'm like, well, I would have bid on that fish. I would have bid on those, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to stay here for 2 hours and look at stuff I can't bid on. So come 11:30, I said goodbye to everybody and headed home. Yes, we don't need to raise me gas money. I just can't pay bills now.
Oh God! Have you like called the whatever bills you have to pay and be like, "Hey,
yes.
I'm dealing with a fraud issue"?
Their response was, "You have until Saturday before we consider it delinquent." And I'm like, "Well, that's great because it takes 2 weeks for my bank to investigate."
Oof.
So
always use a credit card. Yeah, Susan says always use a credit card when traveling and do a travel plan with your bank prior.
Oh, I told them I was traveling.
Yeah, I guess your information got stolen before you traveled, right?
So the only thing I can think of, and it didn't affect Rico because we both did this, the restaurant had the QR codes that you could scan and pay from your phone. And since there were 12 of us at lunch, I was like, this got to be easier for the woman doing all the checking out. So I paid that way. Rico paid that way. And then like 4 hours later is when it happened. So, but Rico's has been fine. So I don't know if it was because of me paying that way or if something else happened before I left.
Yeah, that's odd. Yeah. Fish Kid says, Steven, remember when I called you Stefan? Yeah, I mean, I think everybody has at some point, which boggles the mind because in real life, like with people around me, they don't call me Stefan. I've been called, I could probably count on one hand how many times I've been called Stefan.
What about Stefan?
That makes even less sense. I mean, Stefan at least is phonetic. But like it's an EN, so yeah. And there's like so many famous people who spell it that way. It's weird. And then it confuses other people who can't figure out which one it is.
that's another thing, Susan. It could have happened when I got gas at any of the gas stations. So there could have been a reader on one of them. That's why I don't use my credit cards anymore, because when I did that, the first time I got my first credit card ever, I go to get gas with it because, build up a small bill to help the credit score.
Mm-hmm.
I get a charge, a pre-auth charge for $200 at the gas station. And I'm like, I went to the dude. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. I didn't even pump gas yet. And my phone, I get an alert on my phone saying $200 charge. And I'm like, what? So ever since then, I haven't used my credit card at gas stations.
I forgot. Jenna did get her debit card hacked. I feel like our bank was quick with it, and we didn't have to. No one had a chance to just completely empty us before.
Yeah, I'm lucky
got
that
caught.
it was just 2 charges that made their way through.
Oof.
Though
2
my bank did
giant charges, I guess.
It was like 75, 68, and then 58 that made it through. And my bank was like, I have bills. I'm like, will you like refund the overdraft fees if it happens? And they're like, yes, if there's any overdraft, just let us know.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you're gonna know. You're the bank. But yeah. So that happened Saturday at like 4. And I'm like, I just was like, I don't want to deal with this right now. I'm on vacation. Like, this is not the time for this to happen.
Ricky says he uses cash for everything. Yeah, it would be a pain if every time I got paid, I'd have to take my check and get it cashed. I used to do that. Like when I was a teenager and I worked at Burger King and those places, like, yeah, I had to go find the bank and cash it. And, they look at me funny because I'm a kid and I've got a check for a whopping $120.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is I also have, mine's a small local bank. I think it's only like 3 or 4 in the entire state. And the only reason I have them is because they're the only bank in the entire state that doesn't require a mandatory minimum to keep an account open. It's since I don't work summers, I can't keep what the bigger banks require in an account all the time.
Yeah.
So.
We have
and
a
I did have
union.
cash with me, Susan. So I did have some cash, but I had used the cash to make all my purchases because most of the vendors only accept cash.
You can do traveler's checks. I've never done that, but apparently that's a big thing.
I mean, there were a couple vendors that also accepted PayPal or Cash App, which I was like, this is dangerous because I can just use these. And
Yeah, I have a credit card linked to my PayPal account too, so all charges would go through for a while.
All of mine are linked there too, which is disturbing. Also, yeah, this is just like a general Q&A stream and talk about fish in the class. Just FYI, y'all, since I didn't say that when we started, because I've been feeling like junk all day because of my allergies.
Yep, that's basically what we're doing. Yeah, answer.
Shirts are nice. Very nice shirts.
Yeah. Cool. What's the what is it, like sponsored by or something at the bottom?
These are all the clubs, I think, on the bottom. So the Lancaster County Club, the Susie Y, and then I think Susie Q's was there. They did a lot of it too. I can't remember what were they called. Because they're not on the shirt or the logo, but I know a lot of her people were there too. Bucks County Aquarium Society.
Okay.
Was also helping out a lot. So.
Yeah, Jenna says if you have cash, you have to go into the gas station and talk to someone. Terrible.
That is true. Paying at the pump is so annoying.
Whenever you whenever I go to a pump and I swipe and it says see cashier, that just means that gas station's closed.
I go to the next one.
Oh, Jen asked a question and we missed it. Where is it? Where is it? I hate doing that. I hate doing that.
Okay, let me scroll. Scrolling.
Hang, I'm gonna have to do a Control F or something because I'm not seeing it. Jen University. Which is better for eating up tank? Oh, I did see that one and I was gonna answer it and then it just scrolled on by and left my brain. Polarian bettas or garamis? I don't know. I've heard that gouramis are really a big fan of Hydra. When I see Hydra or Planaria and it's like getting out of control, I just get that powdered Panicure and put it in there. One dose is all it takes, and it kills them. I mean, just get your snails out that you want to keep. But
Oh, bye, Shanna. Sorry.
Where's Shanna going? What?
Oh no, she's leaving us. She's abandoning us. I've never had to deal with either one of those, so I'm not sure what I would answer.
Oh no, Fish Kid is no Fish Kid or Fish Shell or both of them are leaving. I don't know. I'm confused.
I don't know. Someone said goodbye to 503. So, he was responding. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, because like they're in New Zealand and they're like way far in the future, and I don't know. It's
true,
like morning or
true.
something over there.
Yeah. But yeah, I've never had to deal with either one of those, unfortunately. So
Hydra are cool to look at, but yeah, I don't like the fact that they can harm fry.
I was gonna say that's the one that can injure fish, right?
Yeah, like they do. They kind of like stick onto something. They have their little tentacles, and they're just like, "Ooh, a fish fry."
Ah. Okay.
I paid S to do channel promotion.
But yeah, I also bought a few plecos this weekend.
Oh yeah, what kind?
So the guy had L333s, which are the king tiger plecos, right?
Right. Yeah, let me.
I think so.
Let me.
He had leopard
L
frog
numbers.
plecos.
Yeah, king tiger pleco.
Calicos, German super reds, green dragons, and he had wrote on the bag like with long fin genetics, and some didn't have that. So I got an L333, the king tiger. I got a super red, and then I got a pair of the green dragons. I'm hoping it's a male and female pair and not just two dudes or two gals, because I would like if they would breed.
Yeah, that's the thing about Mayan plecos is you can buy them all day long and they're unsexed and you can get a good price on them, but it takes a lot of time and food to get them to that sexable size. And if you got one that's growing bristles and you have another one of the same size that's not growing bristles, it doesn't mean that one's female. You have to wait.
And then, unfortunately, the king tiger did not make it.
Oh,
he made it. So I bought him Saturday in the afternoon. He made it all day Saturday, Sunday. Made it through the trip home. Put him in the tank last night. The beta fish I put in from Lisa is still in the tank. The super red is still in the tank, and unfortunately, I came up and I'm like, that's a dead pleco.
Yeah,
so I'm not sure what was going on.
Select pet. Hello, Dee Dee's been without power since 3 p.m. today. Oh man, due to a terrible accident down the street.
I'm sorry to hear that, Dee Dee.
Oof. Yeah. Now losing power is an ordeal. Like, all right, where are the batteries? Get the pumps.
When we lost power, I've been without for 24 hours and the fish have been fine. And I know LRB does the whole natural aquarium thing without any air or anything. So I feel confident that my tanks would probably be okay. It would just be the temperature that I'd be most worried about.
Yeah, well, I guess around here, the tanks probably got into the 80s or something, but not super, maybe not even that. We only lost power overnight. So Jen's got a newly planted tank, no fish yet. Plants introduced bladder snails, hydra, and planaria. Like planaria, for starters, the hydra and the planaria with no fish, I don't know how they would even like live because they don't, and snails too. Like if there's no food in there, unless you're like cycling it with fish flake or something to decompose.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's probably best case scenario is that you just have the pest in there and you don't have anything else you need to feed. Just starve them.
True.
Just walk up to the tank and whisper, "Hail Hydra."
Yeah, they'll probably just they'll leave.
Yeah, and poor Ricky's got to move to his house in the dark.
That sucks.
Turned his power off a day early. Yeah, I've never had a hypensistrus. I believe they're all like more carnivorous, right? Or does that apply to just some of them and not all of them?
Oh, what?
Hypensistrus?
In English?
King tiger pleco.
Oh, okay.
It's not an ancestress. It's a
Okay.
hypensistrus or a hip. I don't know.
My pleco knowledge ends at don't get common pleco for 20-gallon tank.
Yeah, that's a good bit of knowledge to have. I had one in a 10-gallon when I was like a teenager.
But yeah, other than that, I got an Anubias plant, Anubias genesec, I think is what it was called. I'd never seen them before. So I was like, okay, I want to try this
Anubias genesec.
Let me just double check the picture. Make sure I'm saying it correctly. Oh, it's Longinus?
Long
Longensis.
Longensis? Congensis?
It could be a C. It's hard. So they
yeah,
the bag, so it might be a C.
Okay, because I typed Longensis and it was like showing results for Congensis.
Okay, that might be why then.
Okay, let's see.
Jen says not cycling it with anything. LOL. So.
Yeah, it looks like a nice Anubias plant. It kind of looks like a house plant.
Yeah, I thought it looked interesting. So select. Yeah, I had it in a warmer because I did Google before I bought the things and looked at like 8 different sites, so I knew it like slightly warmer temps and stuff. So it wasn't a tank that is warmer because it's got a beta fish in it. So with a more fast flowing filter than I'd like, but oh no, we dammed up the rivers. That sucks.
Freaking humans, man.
Ruin everything. I have a smudge on my glasses, so I'm gonna be blind for a few seconds.
Uh-oh. Well, Riddle has entered the chat and says Congensis. All right.
Okay, that's what it is then.
There we go. Jason is in here too. All righty. GRB, do we say hello to GRB?
Good day, GRB.
Y'all better hit that like button. Or else.
So yeah, I got those. Did I get anything else?
You got killifish.
I got the killifish. I got the plecos. I got the Anubias. And then I didn't get anything in the auction. The only thing they had some rosy tetras. I thought about if I had them when I would have bid on them. And then after a couple other fish, that's when I was like, "Yep, I'm done." So yeah, I didn't buy too much. I bought the killies and them mainly because I also knew I was coming home with 6 beta fish from Lisa. So.
Oh yeah, your
rescues.
Rescue betas.
So I got all the ones with tumors, I think. But they're perfect. They're gorgeous fish. The only problem is they have the tumors on them.
So you could only purchase fish on the auction day, or no? You said there were vendors set up the whole weekend, like Friday through Sunday.
They got mystery snails too. So this event didn't actually start on. There was the one speaker Friday night that did the aquascape. Jen Williams did the aquascape. I think it was Jen Williams. Could be saying the wrong name, but they did the aquascape. Susie Q streamed it.
That sounds right.
You had the aquascape Friday night, and then the actual event started Saturday. So it's Saturday at 8 or 9. 9 was the first speaker. That's when LRB spoke. So I don't know if doors opened at 8 or they opened at 9, but 9 is when the events kicked off.
Okay.
So you had all day Saturday for vendors, all day Sunday for vendors, and then you had half Saturday. Saturday's the night we had dinner, right? Yes. So Saturday had the award show and everything for the fish room where you could vote, and the judges were there. And like I said, the vendors were there up until I was leaving at 11:30, and some of them were still just then starting to unpack and get ready to go.
So one thing I've never done is try to keep a fish alive in a hotel room for more than a day, or ever. But I'm just So I'm curious, like the kind of stuff that you brought to keep it alive in the hotel. I just noticed, like when I drink hotel water, it tastes like pool water, so it kind of concerns me.
So a lot of people brought Prime with them, and they brought buckets and USB air pumps with them. I was just going to bring a bucket and Prime, but my stupid ass made it to the New Jersey border and was like, oh no, I left my bucket at home.
Whoops. But
So I knew,
there's got to be a Home Depot or something,
oh
right?
yeah. And I knew people were going that would have Prime, and I had my cooler. So, if worst case, I was going to stick the fish in the cooler. But look, I knew. So what I bought the fish, and then I was talking to the guy. He's like, the killifish would be fine in the water for a few days. When you ship fish, they're in them for 2 to 3 days or more anyway. So I kind of figured I wasn't buying anything that I figured would be too bad if it was in the bag. And I was constantly like, I would check them. So we left our fish in Lisa's room for Saturday, and then we went back to our Airbnb and put them in the room there. I was constantly checking just to make sure, their gills weren't red or they weren't looking funky. Yeah. So that's what I was doing. I checked on them twice on Sunday, or twice on Saturday, once on Sunday, and they looked fine. So Sunday after we left to go over, I stuck everybody in the cooler because I figured the cooler would be more in. I put them in a bag, in their bags, like a paper bag, stuck them in the cooler and just closed the lid and kept them out of the sunlight.
No heater or anything like that?
Well, I didn't think they needed it because the water still didn't feel too cold. So,
yeah, I'm just curious. Like with a betta, they kind of like the warmer.
So the betta fish, I didn't get those until I was ready to leave.
Okay.
And Lisa transported those with a heat pack, so they'd stay nice and warm.
Oh, I had like a whole case of heat packs. That's a good point. If I need heat, I have a bunch of 72-hour heat packs. So
what
I just bring some of those.
What I did with the bettas was she brought them in like 1 gallon water jugs. So what I did is I just stuck those behind my passenger seat, and then I took my pillows and to block the sun, but enough to keep the heat in because I didn't want them baking in the sun. So I just blocked the sunlight so that they weren't baking, but they were still warm enough. And they all made it fine. They're all doing good.
Oh, did you just see the ridiculous thing S suggested? Could have turned your room heat on.
S, there's only air conditioning in hotel rooms. There's no heat.
Even if there was.
No. No. If I was going to an event and I knew I was going to buy a lot of stuff, I would bring multiple buckets. I'd probably bring heaters because I would have the room at 60 degrees.
So what Jess was saying with the last Aquachella she went to, or maybe it was Orlando, she got some free bettas because they were just like packing up and they're like, anyone want some bettas?
That's what happened in Chicago. That's why I got a bunch of free plants because the vendor was like, we can't take these with. We don't want to take them with us and unpack them when we get home. So here you go.
I will relieve people of some plants. Absolutely.
So it was just kind of a free for all at that point. Smudge is still on these and it's driving me mental.
The betta thing, though, like if I took a betta knowing that when I get home, I don't have a place for it unless I do like a quick makeshift divider for a tank. Don't know.
Yeah, I was responsible. They were beautiful angelfish that I wanted. But I knew I didn't have a tank I could house them in for life. So I did the responsible thing and didn't buy them.
Jess said, and I plan on coming home with more this go around as well. That's awesome, though. You've got the tanks for it. And she's got the whole fish setup.
Oh, and I do have the goodie bag. I'm not sure if the goodie bag was for everybody or just people that got the VIP package. I only got the VIP package because I wanted the shirt and access to the hospitality room and stuff. And yeah,
Fishie on Saturday showed some of the stuff that they gave. Pretty cool.
Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong bag. So let's see here.
I like how they saved money by using a brown paper bag with unbranded. Nice.
We got a magazine here.
There's a hole in your magazine, dude.
I know. It's Aquarium Hobbyist Magazine. I think I got one of these with an order at one point from somebody. So we got that in here. Yeah. We got some Zoom Ed clips for all your clip needs. multiple sizes.
Clips for clipping things.
Heaters. They got a picture of a
Oh,
heater
okay,
on there. So
okay.
they've got, let's see, they got 3 different size or 4 different size clips in here. So you can whatever size heater you need them for.
Did we say hi to Amber? She popped in for a second.
Hey, Amber. I don't think we did. Sorry, Amber. Then we had we got some clear stuff to put in your tank if you need to clear up your water.
Clarifier stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I've only used clarifier once, and then I'm like, you know what? I don't need this stuff anymore.
Same here. I've got an almost full bottle of it.
Yeah, me too. When I first got into the hobby, I pretty much bought one of everything in the PetSmart fish aisle, and I'm like, okay, I got all these chemicals now. And then I was like, do I need these? And then I've only used it once. Because all these really do is, I think, they bind up all the small particles to make them bigger for your filter to suck up, right?
Yeah. Which is useless if your cloudiness is bacteria.
Yep. Which is what I was using it for. And then I'm like, wait, this is a bacterial bloom, not a freaking thing.
I tried to use it when I put in Chem Fluorite Red with all, it makes that pink smoothie whenever you first fill it up. It didn't work on that either. So yeah, I just got to wait. It's patience.
We got some Sarah goldfish food. It's funny, if I hold it on an angle, the green screen doesn't always cut it. 2 packs of that. This apparently is a new API product. It's called Aqua Essentials. It's your all-in-one concentrated aquarium water conditioner, which allegedly detoxifies ammonias and nitrates and nitrites.
So it's their version of Prime.
Well, it also says removes chlorine, chloramine, and heavy metals, and it's good for fresh and salt. So I guess
that's what Prime does.
Yeah. So it's new, quote unquote new. Compared to
I don't know why they should not say remove though, because that is not correct. It binds it for 24 hours. It buys you some time to do water changes and stuff like that, or for your cycle to catch up.
Did none of these tell you what the actual chemical is in them?
No, that's proprietary.
I wanted to compare the stress coat to this stuff.
And stress coat is just dechlorinator and like a slime coat enhancer additive, whatever it is.
Yeah. It's got aloe in it to help with stress and slime coat, which allegedly helps with stress, which is the only reason I got it. But yeah, it's a nice swag bag. Though I think I've heard some people got test strips, so I'm wondering if they accidentally put 2 fish things in mine instead of a test strip.
Yeah, actually, Fishie got API test strips, which I've heard are like the worst test strips you can get. So it's interesting.
Oh, those are the ones I use when I don't feel like doing chemical testing.
What is that? What were those?
Those were the API. Those were API 5-in-1 strips.
Oh, okay. I've never used them. I've heard that they suck.
I think I got a coupon for API products too. So. Oh, and
so API had a big presence here, or do they just decide to get?
It might have just been whatever they could get. I don't think they did. There's nothing that said they were sponsored by it. So, and I also got a sticker because they were conveniently on the registration table.
What?
Yeah.
The Aquatic Morning Show?
It is the Aquatic Morning Show.
Jess, I think I asked you for a sticker like a million years ago. I don't have.
This isn't the sticker. This is the card. Sorry, it's the card. I
don't care. I don't have any of that. I have
the sticker in my wallet too because Skipper was like, "Here you go, boom, boom, boom."
Yeah, I don't. I am desperately in need of more stickers. I guess I got to email people, and people should email me because I got stickers too. I ordered like 250 of them, and I've given away most of them in like boxes of fish and plants. Yeah, someone get this man his stickers. You know how I am about my stickers.
Oh, and Scott from King and Queen Sickles. I got to meet him this weekend.
Oh, he was there?
He was one of the judges.
Oh,
for the actual
what?
fish show.
Okay.
So like I think they had 2 guys that came in and actually picked 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place in each of the categories. So like they had, if I can remember correctly, it was South American cichlids, Central American cichlids, African cichlids, and then like others. I think it might have would have been. Then they had like the swordtails, whatever they had swordtails, platies, mollies, guppies, all in one section. They had like all the killifish in one section.
There was a platy contest.
I think they were platies there.
That's weird.
There was a couple plants. There was goldfish. There was a bisher. There was a what's one of the parrot? Not the parrotfish. What's the other
flower
one?
horn?
No,
flower horns.
It's one of the fish that we think is used to hybridize the other thing.
Frontosa?
No,
I don't know. I've exhausted all cichlid knowledge.
What is it? Because I've never actually seen them in person, but now I kind of want one. Severums.
Severum. There you go.
I got there. And then of course they had betas. They had a few inverts. I think there were some snails and maybe one or two shrimp. But yeah, there was a decent array of fish. It was not just like at Aquashella, we just had flower horn competition and shrimp competition. This was like a bunch of different categories you could enter. So
yeah, of course, Susan, I want your sticker, and I will send you one too.
Susan, I need your sticker too.
Speaking of stickers, I don't have a lefty sticker either.
I could have sworn I sent you stickers.
I ain't got no sticker.
You gave me your address, did you not, in an email like 2 months ago?
Probably.
Did USPS screw you too?
I don't know.
I'll have to send you some stickers. I gotta get the new logo made up too.
Yeah,
but no funds anymore because yay.
Yeah. Get the bank sorted out first, I suppose.
So there's 2 swaps coming up in New York, or not New York. One's in Schenectady, New York, and then one's just outside of Allentown, PA. They're both in November, so I kind of want to go to them. Debating maybe doing a table and trying to sell some stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, Murdo, you can post my email. It's cool.
Ames has lefty stickers. It was cool meeting Ames too. Hi, Ames. Well, Ames was at the Clash.
She was. She actually popped up on my stream on Saturday for a minute, so I could see like the 2 people that were standing outside while Gary Lang was doing his little presentation.
I missed his. I wanted to go and I missed it. There were a couple I wanted to go. We were late for LRBs because our bed and breakfast host was talking to us about marketing and HR and stuff, and then my alarm went off and I'm like, oh crap, Susie, it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't stay at a bed and breakfast. I don't want to stay at somebody's house.
It was an Airbnb, and I'd never Airbnb'd before. Susan, yeah, if you don't want people, if you want people to know it, that's fine. I usually just delete it if people don't want it public. But yeah, it was an Airbnb, and usually, from what I've heard from Airbnbs, is they're not there, or it's like a separate thing on the property. This was literally just an extra room in dude's condo.
Yeah,
but it was super nice. He like had snacks and waters.
Yeah, but also you have to like talk to him, and no one did it.
I could have been rude and not talk to him.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you're not gonna be rude, and I wouldn't want to be rude either. Like I would have to listen to everything that the dude said, even though I'm like late for a thing. Like, man, the whole purpose of me even being here is to attend something else. But that's all right. You just chit chat away. That's
kind of what I did on Sunday. It was 8:30, and I'm like, I'm starting to pack up the car because I'm not coming back here once I leave. So once my alarm for 8:30 went off, I started getting all my stuff ready. I put all my backpacks on. I walk out the door, and Susie's like, "You leaving without me?" I'm like, "I'm just getting the car ready." And then it was 9 o'clock, and I'm like, "Susie, if we're gonna make breakfast, we kind of gotta go because we wanted to get the Continental at the Holiday Inn."
You should have just stayed at the Holiday Inn. Well, was it like super expensive?
So the group rate was $109 a night, but I missed the group rate by a week, and then it would have been $250 a night or something like that.
Holy crap!
It was going to be like almost 500 or more for 2 nights.
No.
Yeah. So I was like, nope. And I guess the Airbnb was only like 68 or 70, something like that. So
I've taken several sips of this water, and not a single person has pointed out
Oh, you got one.
Yep.
Sweet.
Actually, it was when I was giving one away on Saturday, and I said I didn't have one. It was actually sitting in the mailbox the whole time. I could have went and got
Oh,
it,
that
but yeah,
stinks.
there we go. Green screen's kind of messing it
See,
up, but
Lumpy Dog, that's what I wanted to do. I was just gonna camp out in my car for the weekend. But then
that works
Lisa,
for one night, and then you feel really gross.
I used to do that all the time at conventions when I was in Connecticut and I was like 50 minutes away. I'm like, I ain't paying for a hotel room when I'm 50 minutes from my house. I'm gonna just sleep in my car.
Yeah, and I guess like you can go to a truck stop and take a shower or something.
I mean, worst case, I could have been like, hey, Rico, or hey, Lisa, can I borrow your shower for 30 minutes?
Or you, get some wet wipes and take the hooker bath.
There's also, yeah, but yeah. So that's what I was gonna do. And then when I told Lisa, she's like, no, you're not sleeping in your car. I'll find you a room. I'm like, okay. And then she was like, Susie's has a place. And I was like, sweet, let's go.
Jess and Mississippi are sharing a room. Wait, Shanna, you're going to Aquashella, or was this a different event? Because if you're for real going to
Apparently
Aquashella,
Patty said I could use her room. Patty, when did you say? I don't remember that.
don't make fun of Patty in the hooker bath.
Behave. Yes, she is going to Aquashella.
Wow.
Well, you just made Steven's night.
Well, I mean, like at first it was like a few people were going, like Zen, and then Zen couldn't go, and she's still not going as far as I know. And Ed and James weren't going, and I wasn't sure if Jess was going, and Rocco was like not going possibly. So it was getting pretty bleak, but now it's looking really awesome.
Yeah, I didn't. When did Ed and James say they weren't gonna be able to go?
At first, like,
oh, okay,
it wasn't that recent. Like they finally, like they've solidified that they're going, because everybody was kind of like up in the air. I don't think Jess was. I think she was definitely going, but maybe at the time I didn't know. I was still trying to figure out who was going. Yeah, I'm going by myself, y'all. So I need somebody to hang out with. I must be wandering around that room awkwardly and trying to. I would start buying stuff because I'm bored. Literally, I will. I'll bring nothing to take care of fish, and I'll still buy fish.
I mean, luckily at Aquashella, you'd be able to buy everything you'd need, including fish tanks.
That's true.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I'll look into a train and see how much it might cost or how long it would take, and maybe do that. But I don't know.
But yeah, so we got Shanna going and Jess and Rocco, maybe. Jess, I don't know if that's like solidified for sure yet or not. And Ed and James and also Robert T and Aqua.
Yeah, Steven, just pay for me, Ames, and Patty to go, and we'll all go.
Yeah.
Wait, do that instead of taking your Disney trip.
You have to take that up with the wife.
It would be cheaper, somewhat.
Kevin needs someone to room with him. And oh, yeah. I don't room with people, just so you know. That is nah. Nope. When I'm budgeting for that kind of thing, I am budgeting for me, myself, and I to sleep in a bed by myself. Other than my wife, I ain't gonna be rooming with nobody unless I absolutely have to. Rocco's looking for someone to room and board, but see, now I'm gonna feel bad because all these people who need rooms.
I mean, that would have been an easy, cheaper way for me to go too. I was one point, I was like, "Hey, Ed, James, you wanna?" But I don't think that's gonna happen now.
I'm pretty sure that the room I booked already is a single king bed. So
yeah, that was the thing. Like I offered, because originally for Chicago, Ed and James were gonna leave Sunday morning or not stay over Sunday to Monday. So I said to Ed, I'm like, I have a room in the main hotel. If you guys want to stay there, I'm sure we can make it work. Because I'm used to 2 queen beds in a hotel room. Whereas this was 1 king bed in the hotel room.
Oh, Jenna's Disney buddy just showed up too. I just noticed that. Yeah, that's gonna be one expensive trip.
I'm sure it'll be worth it though.
Yeah, I mean the kids like it. Everyone has fun. Even I have fun. I just like to complain, because it is crowded and it is expensive. But yeah.
Like I said, if you could coincide it to go with Aquashella Orlando, that'd be even better.
Mm, but Aquashella Orlando is like July, right?
June, I think, if it's going to be the same schedule we had this year.
I think our plan is to go like right immediately after school is over here, which is like end of May, just because it's
Oh,
it's like
okay.
it's that window of time where like not the whole freaking world has
Right.
gotten out of
Yeah, I
school,
forget
and
that
so
some schools get out in May. I'm so used to middle of
mhm.
June.
Yeah, we get out in May and we start like early to mid August.
No, Jenna, I said that Steven could pay for Patty, Ames, and I to go to Aquashella, Dallas, instead of
Yeah, that would
Disney.
oh, she's already got the freaking dates, of course. Usually by now she already knows what rides we're fast passing and where we're eating for breakfast,
So
lunch,
you
and
guys are
dinner.
going. If it's the same schedule, it's gonna be a couple weeks before down.
Yeah,
Coachella.
I'm like my plan is next year I'm gonna try to do two events. Like I'll do the Keystone class just for the sake of like meeting
Meeting
people,
it,
and
yeah.
then I will figure out which is the best Aquashella to attend based on my experience at Dallas and also like who's going where
Yep.
next year.
I know this coming year, I definitely want to go to Orlando's Shella and probably Chicago again. Just because they are within the driving distance threshold, where is unfortunately Texas is not.
Yeah, what's the driving distance from here to Chicago? Driving time from Baton Rouge to Chicago. I think it's probably a bit far. Plus, it's also Chicago, and I'm not like
Well, it's
eager to
not
go there.
technically Chicago. It's outside of Chicago. I think they just say Chicago because that's the big city next to it. It was Schwamberg, whatever the heck it's called. Hey, Diego, how's it going?
Diego, what's up? Yeah, 13 and a half hours. That's a bit much.
It's not that bad. I did 15.
I'm just, I mean, I guess I could do it, but I don't like to. Dallas is gonna be 6 hours.
Okay. Yeah, Dallas would be what?
Yeah.
26 hours or something for me, 24, 26,
Yeah.
which would require 2 days of driving instead of one.
Oh yeah, the event that is all four clubs. It is supposed to be huge. That is that Kentucky where that's gonna be? I There's like a guppy thing going on there and a bunch of other stuff.
Fancy.
That would
Also,
be
I
cool.
feel bad because I wanted to buy an extra class shirt and I forgot. Apparently Patty's
Yeah.
going to that one.
I wish I could just like buy any shirt and it would fit me.
Mm,
I need the tall shirts and no one ever has the tall shirts.
that's unfortunate.
In fact, I wonder if Teespring is still out of the 4XT. Oh no, they got it in stock now. Awesome. I can order my own shirt now. Like I've given away a shirt and to Bruiser won it and it's now arrived at his house.
Nice.
And I'm pretty sure they're the only people who have a shirt with my logo on it. I don't even have it. Yeah, Lexington, Kentucky. No, Louisville. I don't know. Whoever's right.
When
It's
is
like
that?
better next July, I think.
Oh, I guess I got to start adding and saving more money.
Yeah, triple crown +1 in July.
Awesome.
That might be the happening place instead of Keystone. If it's a slightly more centralized location for where most of us are located.
Well, that's why I was like, I'm hoping that I put the bug in the right person's ear about a northeastern Aquashella.
Yeah, or like a Louisiana Aquashella.
Florida's too close to Louisiana, though.
I know, and also Dallas. Like it's just Southern Shella. Oh, yeah, Matt said, I told you what shirt to make and I'll buy. Yeah, he wants me to. There's that Moody Gardens wrap where I'm like got my arms crossed on the thumbnail, and I'm wearing a gold chain that was made out of construction paper and looped together, and then there's like my logo sticker on a construction paper medallion. Definitely doesn't look real.
Oh, did they confirm Ames got the big room for next year for Keystone? That'd be cool. I know they were talking about
Uh,
it. So where the gun show was this year, which is like the main big one. Hopefully they do.
so it's the same place, but maybe where the gun show was.
Yeah, I think. Because that's like their big ass convention hall.
Yeah. Yeah, Steph said none of the Shellas are held in centralized locations. Yeah, we've got like the lower east corner,
Central Midwest, and then Texas.
We have the Aqua Feast in New Orleans in February or March. I've never heard of that ever. Or is it Aqua Fest? I like the idea of an Aqua Feast, so I'm going with that.
Damn, internet's doing that low thing again.
Yeah, you were a little bit choppy.
Oh, God, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm sure it's Aquafest, but yeah, Aqua Feast seafood buffet in New Orleans too. That would be incredible.
I still want to go to one of those restaurants where they dump all food on the table.
Oh, yeah, they lay out the paper and dump all the boiled seafood and stuff down there. They don't do that in the Northeast. You don't get like scallops and clams and stuff.
I think that is in Rhode Island for me.
Oh,
like we have seafood places, just none. Here's a massive pile of food on the table.
They call that a mukbang, or is that like used? Am I using that word wrong?
I believe a mukbang is when you record it and you're talking to people while you do it.
Okay. Well, that's a weird term for a weird thing.
It is. Yes. Thanks some big YouTubers for those.
Mukbang. Gonna do a mukbang.
But yeah, because of the Clash on Friday, y'all bought yourself an extra few days for my ways because I'm just gonna do those on Friday now instead of this past Friday. So if you haven't, commented on those 2 videos yet, go do it.
Oh, your giveaway thingy.
Yeah, because I was gonna do the Aquashella one on Friday, but then I'm like, wait, I don't have access to my computer to do the freaking giveaway thing because I'll be driving. So I decided to do it this coming Friday instead.
Cool. I have no schedule for when I post videos. I'm just like, will I finish this one by Friday? Nope. Saturday? Nope.
See, the reason I was back at the Airbnb Sunday was because I was going to edit all the footage for the Clash and post it. But then I did that Saturday. Yeah. I went back to the room Saturday at like 2 to go back, edit, and get everything compiled to go. And then that's when I got the notification on my phone about the fraud. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm not editing a video now.
Yeah.
Monday's a semi-heavy night for streaming, right?
Let's consult the calendar.
I mean, people could have skipped tonight, but I'm pretty sure it's decently packed.
Well, so after us is not Fishie Biz, I don't think, unless he's back. Anyone know if Fishie Biz is back?
I heard talk that he might be, but I'm not sure.
At the same time, Chubb's going down the bayou at 10 Eastern. But I mean, it's getting late now in the evening, so it'll be Fishie Biz and Chubbs, and then after that, it'll be Kevin, and that's
I don't see anything on Fishie Biz's stream yet, so it's probably just Chubbs.
Oh yeah, and the Metalheads, they didn't go today; they're going tomorrow, I believe.
Okay. But yeah, I guess Monday is not as packed as I thought for the nighttime. There's like a lull there after court tickets over.
Yeah,
And,
well, I mean,
Rico
there's a
didn't go
lot of
tonight either.
right. Yeah, that's true because they'll usually fill in the afternoon. But Rico did afternoon delight,
Yeah.
and then Corvus, and then after that, it's like
Hey,
it's
Mike.
everybody. What's up, Mike? Mike looking for some property and visited
Yes.
a real hellhole the
I
other
saw
day.
that. That reminds me of some of the places we looked at in Maine when we were looking for houses or property. We went to one, and the whole house was like this. It was just literally tilted.
Oh, well, just get a sledgehammer and hit the other side of it, even that
My dad and
sucker
I
out.
tried. It was built in like I think it was either the 17 or 1800s, and the staircase to go up the stairs, one didn't have a railing; it had a rope, like a rock climbing wall rope. And the staircase, instead of being like a nice gradual slope, was like straight up, almost like you see on like warships. And I'm like, what is going on? So it's like walking up a freaking ladder.
I remember growing up in the house my dad built, and we were in the middle of a very long remodeling project, and so for a while the stairs were being completely redone. So in order to get upstairs, you had to climb to the top of the ladder, and then grab onto the top like ledge and just put your leg over. Like you had to be able to decently do a pull up to get upstairs.
Well, I'd have been stuck downstairs then.
Yeah. For every GoFundMe that works, there are two big number that don't.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And it's weird. It's like the least worthy GoFundMes are the ones that get traction.
Yep.
Help me buy a tiny home. Some stupid millennial thing.
I don't know what I can't do. Tiny little. I want a nice big colonial with a wraparound porch and a freaking tower
and a moat.
No, I like the tower, like where one corner of the house is like that cylindrical shape, where you got like the nice little seat, the bench seat in there.
Yeah,
that's what I want. I'll never be able to afford one, but at that route, I would just buy an actual castle over in England or something and be like, okay, I'm here to reclaim my ancestral homeland now. Ames wants a yurt.
I've heard that word, and I don't know what it is. What is?
I believe it's a small dwelling.
Okay, so it's round. That seems to be the key feature of a yurt, is that it's round.
It's like a tent almost, like a circular tent kind of dwelling.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, we're in the 1,600 square foot house right now, and Jenna is like wanting a bigger house and go to Disney. So I'm like, okay, well, let's use this potentially awesome down payment money. We'll go to Disney, and then we'll push out the house by another few years, and we'll eventually get into a house after like house prices have skyrocketed once more.
So the house I grew up in was only like 700 square foot, and it was a square, which is one big square. Then we upgraded to this one, which is like twice as big, so it's great.
That's good.
Hey, Fishie
Mon.
You're alive. We're all mad at you for not showing up on Saturday.
Yo, yeah, he showed up on my stream though. Yeah, Kenny E in the house.
Hey, Kenny, how's it going?
But yeah. So like, what was I reading just now and I lost it? Oh well. Usually built off grid style, wood heated. Yeah, I mean the idea of living off the grid seems nice, but it's like I want to be close to a store. I want Amazon to not complain.
We also need to be able to stream still, and how can you be off the grid if you're streaming and posting to YouTube?
Yeah, internet. That's
unless
the thing.
You do it like
satellite internet.
Buy your own personal satellite and geo position it to always be directly above you.
I'm hopeful about the Starlink. You know what? Elon launch his space garbage and make our lives better. My dad's really angling for it because he lives in the middle of nowhere where he only has satellite TV and satellite internet. And he realized that he cannot cancel DirecTV and use his HughesNet to stream from
HughesNet
Netflix.
is a great fucking service. It's terrible. People don't use it.
It sucks when you don't have another choice.
Do they still charge? If you do you still have to get like a gigabyte package with them, and if you go over, they charge you an astronomical fee, like a cell phone plan?
They don't charge you; they just throttle the ever living crap out of you. And so he's like, but yeah, the data plan is pathetic. And so he'll stream, and then at night he's wanting to like watch one of his shows, and it's like, why is this thing buffering every 5 damn seconds? Like, well, because you chose to live where there's nobody around, and that's what you get.
That's my sister's up in northern Maine, and she's got a house here and a house here, and the internet goes to house A and house B, but house A is in one town, house B is in the other town, and no one wants to make the lines connect. So she's right in the middle of you don't get internet. Because at one point we had satellite internet when I was up there, and it worked.
That's when you work out a deal with your neighbors if they've got internet.
Yeah. So now they tether off of their phones, which works fine up there because they don't do anything too crazy.
I wonder how the internet is at the hotel for Dallas. Like if I did a stream from the hotel room or like from the actual area. I think Jess tried to do a stream in the morning or at some point, and it was very pixelated. But that was, a different location.
I mean, typically convention centers have decent internet. And I mean, if you got the pass, or the YouTuber one, you might be able to ask them if they could give you the actual Wi-Fi instead of the public one.
Yeah, that might help.
But we only have 2 minutes left, so if you all had any fishy questions to get in before we go off, now's the chance.
Yes, ask your burning fishy questions that we can answer in a minute and a half.
But it was fun getting to hang out with Susie all weekend.
Yeah, I bet it was fun hanging out with everybody, man.
It was.
I should have gone, but it was just not doable. But now I know. Like, I'm going to pay attention to the aquatic events that are happening next year and figure out, like, where all the people are going and go to that one.
So, does Chubbs have one scheduled to go after us?
I don't know if he scheduled it or if he's just gonna pop up.
Because I think last week he just went, or the week whenever we did the last one, didn't he? Just kind of started one up shortly after we ended, didn't he?
Yeah, like 30 minutes late. And yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. So, and potentially Fishy Biz, unless he's still on a break. Shanna is requesting the link for the schedule.
Can we name all the varieties of guppies in a minute and 30 seconds? No, because I don't even know all the varieties.
Purple, blue, red, red with blue. I got some of them yeller. Yeah, nope. So are you going to breed your killies? Do you have the kind of killie fish where you've got to like keep the eggs out of the water? Because I know there's some of them that require that.
I have no clue.
Because like it's weird the way killies breed. They actually they breed when they're about to die essentially. Like they live in a puddle and then the puddle dries up, and so they got to leave their eggs behind.
Oh,
and they actually sit in the muck until the wet season again.
I don't know. The dude I got him from was like, these things are super easy to breed. Give them a mop and they'll breed all the time. And like I said, I think I noticed one of my females putting eggs on some of the moss in one of the tanks. So, and I did. It was right after a water change on the tank. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, keep us posted on that.
I'll definitely do that. But I need to. They're gonna need their own tank too.
Yeah. I mean, people are killie crazy. Like, it's definitely a sector of the hobby that people get into breeding the killies. I just haven't. Not there yet.
I don't know. They just look super cool, and I looked them up, and they didn't need a super large tank to keep them in. And I knew I had a 10, and I knew I had the other one I could put them in. So I was like, it was $10 for a pair and $12 for the other pair. So I was like, I'm just gonna get some, see how it goes.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll
Better
definitely
breed them before they die. I know some of them are annual Achilles. I think those are the ones that that breed right before the puddle is going to dry up. And maybe that's the only reason why they're annuals is because they decided they're going to live in a place that's only hospitable for a year. Yeah, I know nothing about Achilles, so
I guess I gotta look into them more. But anyway, that's it for this evening. Thanks, mods. Thanks everyone for hanging out. 37 people. Happy to have you all here.
37. All right.
Really appreciate it.
Nice.
I'll be live again with Ed on Friday. Sorry I didn't get a video out this past weekend, but with everything that happened, I could not find it in me to edit and upload. There'll be something up this Sunday, probably Clash related. And I'll be drawing all the winners for 500 sub giveaway and Aquashella stuff on Friday as well during the stream. So yeah, make sure you're there. And thank you, Steven, for hanging out with me again.
As always, a pleasure. Hey, Bruiser, what's up?
Hey, Bruiser, we're just heading out. But thanks for stopping by. We will catch you guys next time. Have a good night and a good week, everybody.
Bye.